on again because I've just starting this beforehand. It just didn't work, so hopefully it comes up again. ARL. Just making sure. There we go. Okay, one more thing we got to check as well before we quickly do this. Making sure you can all hear me. Where is the stream? There it is. Perfect. Good. Okay. Right, I'll do the intro again. Welcome everybody. This is ARL round 8 around Monza, and this will be the second sprint that we have. And unfortunately, if you are a fan of the format, this is the last sprint that we're going to have of this season. So, unfortunately, that is all we're really going to end up with. It was kind of a bit of a experimental thing anyway, trying to use the championship order, reverse it, see how it goes, and I think it's gone quite well. Besides the time where it didn't go well and the lobby crashed on me and yeah, kind of just booted me out, and yeah, the sprint didn't go well then, but hopefully that this sprint holds together, and especially around a track like Monza, it's a very nice track, and yeah, that's why we wait for everybody here. I'll just quickly explain the format. Format, sorry. It's Haas 1-2 actually, which is a bit weird. A bit weird to say, but yeah, Haas 1-2 at the moment. Because these guys, I'm pretty sure, are last in the constructors at the moment, and they will be the last of the drivers. So they are in P1 and P2, and it's going to be very interesting to see what goes on here. We've got a couple of people on different tyres. Actually, while I look at this, oh, never mind. Actually, I don't know. Nearly two people on different tyres, J-Horse and Hafiz Rooney. J-Horse being in reserve and starting behind our championship leader Cyaris, and Hafiz Rooney in P4, one of our full-time drivers, but he's low down in championship, starts on the mediums as well. So only 9 laps here around Monza, so I don't know if the softs are really going to have that much of an effect against the mediums, but we're going to have to wait and see. Once again, I will say while I'm here, quickly look at the order. If you're wondering why our championship leader is down in 12th and the people who are last in championship are up in P1, it's not a massive pace difference. This is basically a quick new format we're trying out. There's no qualifying, you didn't miss anything when we were loading in. This is purely just reverse championship order. So from P12 following up, that is basically championship order, but reverse. So Star is here, our championship leader is in P12, but who is last of the full-time drivers on this grid. Jay Thompson is second in the championship, only trailing I think by about 1 or 2 points, so championship is hopefully on for the last couple of rounds. But yeah, Jay Thompson is P11, so he'll be, he'll be second in the championship, but he is second last of the full-time drivers. These 3 at the back, they are reserves, so they don't really have a position to start in. And if we start them at the front, I think it'd be quite unfair, because in this league, reserve drivers score points, and while we try and make it as fair as possible, not drivers' points, sorry, constructors' points. That's why they're not further up the field or lower down the field. Jimmy Jang actually there getting disqualified, but these 3, they're scoring constructors' points, but we put them at basically the worst cars on the grid in terms of constructors' standings, so they don't affect the championship too much, and we put them last as well to make sure they really don't do anything crazy. But yeah, we're waiting for the last one here of X McDonald to come across the line. I think this time into warm-up tyres, and I think we've explained just about everything. We're going to take off the tyres, we're going to put on the gap interval here, we're going to put the full track map on, we've got everything. These are some horrible lights, horrible camera angles, sorry, but we're going to go to 5 red lights on board with Sam and Kim's. The guy in P2, lights out and away we go. It looks like he's got a pretty equal start to his teammate ahead, Jimmy Jags as well, trying to tuck into the 6 there of the 2 Hasses, and it's looking very interesting here down into turn 1. The Hasses have made a bit of contact there. Govin goes off the track. Samurai and Kims is now side by side with Jimmy Jags. Jimmy Jags might have taken a lead there. Apex Motor Club up into P3 as well. MX Ross on the Ferraris, but probably not the right Ferrari. There's a contact with the Hass, and spinning into the wall there is Govin. That might have been with Tyaris there, I'm pretty sure. Jimmy Jags is ahead of Samurai Kims now fully, because is there any more contact down into chicane 2? Alfa Romeo's got very close there, but no contact done yet. There's a McLaren off the track now of Hafiz Rooney, yellow flag 6-2, that was the McLaren, sorry. But no, that is a bit of a mental start there, Rowan. Cyrus was trying to make a move there on the P2 guy of Jay Thompson. Samurai Kims is thing is completely bugged here, so Jimmy Jags, I don't know how far ahead he is, but he is definitely streaking out into the lead compared to Sam and Kim's, while these two are trying to chase there, and that was MXS Rossa going into the back there almost of the ad one. Might have been a bit of contact there, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, this is a very good track for overtaking, especially in the F1 game. MXS Rossa is getting passed here by Los Alamos, and there is some even more fighting going on here. Hazard lets pass his teammate Jay Thompson, and then blocks off Cyrus. It's very nice teamwork there from the Alfa Romeo team, but that's only going to be temporary. Cyrus is on the inside, going into Parabolica and gets ahead, but Jay Thompson does get ahead of our Henson. Our Henson is now going to be the one to block Cyrus, but that straight line speed is almost too much for him to compete with. The ad one gets past Apex Motor Club. Is there going to be any sort of send from the Red Bull back into turn one? There is, but he's going to go way too deep, come across the corner. There's probably be some sort of penalty there, but he's going to try and let past the AlphaTauri again. Good thing he goes to that. Otherwise, MXS Rossa, who gets past the AlphaTauri, is now up to P3. That looked like the Apex Motor Club was just off the track there, trying to let past everybody. Maybe not intentionally, but he does anyway. Our Henson is making a move on Los Alamos. Who is going to break layers? It could be our Henson. That's a move to the inside for the Red Bull, and the Red Bull somehow does not spin there. Cyrus is still in P8 on the inside of our Henson here, and look at that. Into Lesmo 1 there, and it's a very nice move from Cyrus. Now Henson goes off the track. That's probably some... Oh, no, that's not Henson, sorry, that's Los Alamos. I keep seeing in Williams in other leagues, I'm very sorry. But yeah, that's Los Alamos off the track. I think that was some sort of contact with DRL Mike. Jay Horse gets to the outside of Hazard and gets ahead. And from what I'm seeing from the camera ahead, there is starting to be a load of gaps forming, which is already not good because it's only lap 2, and we want some more overtaking for this DRS. Ecuador is trying to get past Apex Motoring Club there. But we're going to look at the forward bit here. Jimmy Jags is probably leading by over a second here. I'm going to say that now. That definitely looks like a second gap. Sets the fastest lap ahead of these guys. Jay Thompson sets the lap that's about a second quicker, but that is quite evidently the pace difference between someone who is further down in the championship and someone who is fighting for the championship lead. He had one 4-bar move there on MXS Rossa, and Jay Thompson as well is thinking about that move, going from P11 up to P5 at the moment. He's trying to make a move past the ad one, but he's used a lot of ERS. Jimmy Jags actually in the top 5 is the one who's used the least amount of ERS, so pretty equal our championship leader as well, actually. Sahara is in P7, but it looks like all the gaps have been kind of spread out a little bit, but as I say that, that looked like Govin cutting the chicane, and then having lost Almos be let through. Might be wrong, but I think that's what I saw. And yeah, the gaps now, I think Jimmy Jags has made some sort of error, or it's just a toe from the all these straight line speeds. From all the straight line speed, getting a toe. He's starting to use a bit of that battery, but I'd suggest saving it until he gets properly under threat here, because the DRS is powerful, but if you have got a good enough bit of straight line speed, and at the moment, if you've got someone who is blocking off the other, as we're seeing here with Sam and Kim's MXS Rossa goes to the outside. It's not looking too bad here at the moment. MXS Rossa gets right ahead, but it's the wrong Ferrari that is ahead. And as I say that, one of the Ferraris also gets past. Our championship leader is now down to P8. Cyrus gets past by Henson, but the run from Cyrus using that ERS and gets back past. Jay Horse has passed up on medium tyres. Stammer and Kim's is getting past somebody had one, and possibly Jay Thompson into turn 1. He's going to watch his braking point to not hit that AlphaTauri ahead. He is completely ahead. There is some contact there. That is DRL Mike around. I'm not sure who has caused that one, but there was definitely a couple of cars there going side by side. And another person who is on the attack now is MXS Rossa, the other Ferrari, the one who probably should not be winning this race in terms of what you'd be thinking in the Drivers' Championship, but is going to lead the race on pure pace, which is very nicely done from him as he goes for that move into Curva Grande and gets it done. MXS Rossa leading a very nice race here. Jay Thompson on the inside, getting into the podium places past the ad one, and we're already on lap 4 here. This is only halfway through the sprint race. And there is Cameron Kim's going way off the track there. He's got watching to rejoin his track, and he almost hits the Jay Horse's Aston there. Jimmy Jag trying to think of a move here to the outside, but he cannot do that. There is just simply no room by the end of it. Cyrus is also trying to think of a move on the ad one. The ad one cuts the chicane. There is a little bit of contact there as well. The ad one and Cyrus both have to be careful here because they don't want to lose these valuable positions. Hazard is also under threat there. It's almost 3 wide between these guys. Jay Horse on the inside of Cyrus. Is he going to think of a send here? He is. He's going to keep to the inside of Cyrus. The ad one is going to be the one who's probably going to get past here. Jimmy Jags as well is going to be the one to try and attack up in the lead. We're going to watch these two for the moment. I think Jimmy Jags is going to barrel past MXS Rossa into the lead. Although, just while I quickly watch this, Jay Horse to the inside of the ad one. Cyrus trying to go to the outside, but fakes back to the inside. You've got to watch his braking point as he almost touch. Jay Horse gets ahead. Cyrus pulls off a very nice switchback there and does probably get ahead. Jay Thompson gets ahead of MX Rossa. Jimmy Jags is now in the lead still on lap 5. DRL Mike gets past Cameron Kim's, and this is a very nice action we're seeing here. MX Rossa is in P3 still very nice result there. Jay Thompson has been climbing up this field rapidly as well, and he's right on the back of Jimmy Jags, Jay Thompson is. And I'm not going to be too surprised if he tries to take the lead here going into Ascari or into the next straight. There's Jimmy Jags. That was not a great line from him. Jay Thompson turning on the ERS, trying to get it done before Parabolica goes to the outside. Jimmy Jags left almost defenseless by that straight line speed, and Jimmy Jags got cut back to the line now. And Jay Thompson takes the lead of this Italian Grand Prix sprint. And it's looking very nicely for him as well, with the championship leader down in P5. At this rate, he does take the championship lead. We'll quickly try and cut away from the action really quickly. Is Flash Usher, one of the drivers who was meant to be here. Needs to have an invite. I'm not too sure where they are though. There they are. Perfect. Right, they've got an invite now. J-Horse on the inside of Mixer Rossa, and they are both going to use the DRS. One's got more ERS though, and that is J-Horse, and he is going to get ahead, not even using that ERS. Into turn 1, MX Rossa still on the outside there. Bit of contact there with both of the Ferraris and J-Horse now as he gets half tapped round, and that leaves Cyrus in, unfortunately for someone like Jay Thompson, he is now left with Cyrus in P3 and catching fast. The Ad One is on the back of these guys. MX Rossa is now going to go side by side with the Ad One, but nothing's going to be done there for the Ad One. There's going to be no moves made. J-Horse is still in P4 and he's going to have to try and catch up to that DRS range. As for Cyrus and Jimmy Jags, yeah, so Flash Usher is in the session as well, so that is good news. Jimmy Jags keeping on the back of Jay Thompson at the moment, but Cyrus is going to be the one to start catching these two probably quite rapidly now. They're turning on the ERS, trying to get into that DRS range, and at the moment they just cannot find a way at the moment. Half a second of the gap, but they know they're going to gain so much time through here with the lower traction. Turning on that ERS, still trying to get in that DRS window. Jimmy Jags, got to watch out if you're going to see behind him now. It's looking like the Ferrari is just going to get into that DRS zone. They do. So now that is bad news for someone like Jay Thompson, who is just trying their best to claw as many points forward. Trying to go, basically, move up ahead of Cyrus, probably by the end of this round, if they really want to. They've got that ambition. But no, at the moment, Jimmy Jags and Jay Thompson have got some very nice straight line speed there. They were definitely pulling away a little bit on that straight. The Admiral as well was trying to make a move there, but nothing doing for them. I think at the moment everything's settled down a bit. I think the only guys who are probably okay for making a move at the moment are these two. Sam and Kim's in Apex Rowing Club. Apex Rowing Club, actually, the one who has got a penalty. I'm not sure why. 3 seconds, so I'm just going to assume that's track limits. But yeah, look at these position gains. Unfortunately for a lot of these guys, they're down a lot of positions. The Haas guys especially. From P1 and P2, unfortunately for them, down to, well, last position. Very unfortunate for them. But I think more crucially here, Jay Thompson has broke away from the DRS gap from Jimmy Jags, and that's going to leave him defenseless from Cyrus. Cyrus catching a lot now, not even with ERS usage. That just shows that the DRS is so powerful here, and when you've got no ERS ahead of you, then it is very tough to defend. Cyrus goes to the outside, and look at the power difference. That is almost unbelievable there. That's definitely bad exit for Jimmy Jags, but that was some power from Cyrus there. And now we're left to the two drivers who are P1 and P2 in the championship, and they are going to be the ones to fight now. No one is actually in DRS range who I think can make a proper lunge here. Once again, besides Cameron Kim's, who's not even actually using DRS. He's going to get past Epic Rowing Club before the Parabolica, and that is not a great line for Epic Rowing Club. Going wide and off the track there, hoping they'll spin for them, and they don't spin, so that is good. Cyrus is still not in DRS range as of yet, but it's going to probably go down to the final lap if that is the case. The Ad One as well is also on the back of the Ferrari, but it's not a Ferrari chasing someone, it's the Ferrari getting chased by the Ad One here. Cyrus is back in DRS range, so this could be very tight actually going into the final couple of laps, realistically the final lap and a half. Jimmy Jags actually, I'd like to point out, is probably on his... He's actually not doing too bad there in P3 at the moment. Likely won't get a podium because I think J-Horse is going to pass him now. Probably going through really the ERS usage and the DRS usage is just way too much, and unfortunately for Jimmy Jags, I don't think he can handle the straight line speed of that Aston Martin. Goes a little bit wide, but I think he is completely fine to take a P4 here, so it's a very nice result actually for him. And yeah, at the moment, Jay Thompson is saving a little bit of his ERS here, and actually is, well, sliding around first off, but has got much more ERS than Cyrus. Cyrus might know this. And we're just going to see now Cyrus turn on the ERS onto the final lap of this race. The two championship contenders basically giving as much as they can. Hazard has been spun round as well. There's no damage, but Hazard has been spun round. The Adron gets past MXS Rossa as well, so everything's going on in this final lap. That is not good for the constructors as well, mind you. Hazard getting past there. Jay Thompson and Cyrus are very close to each other. Cyrus not using that ERS just yet. This will be very hard for Jay Thompson to defend into, going into a Ascari and into the Parabolica as well. This is not going to be a chance to remove unless Jay Thompson makes a big mistake here. At the moment, it's not looking like he's not doing too badly under the pressure at the moment. All he's got to do is not relock the front wheels or the rear wheels or anything else like that. No stupid mistakes. And it's looking like he's doing it pretty well. Cyrus has saved up that ERS. Jay Thompson knows it, using that ERS there. Will he go to the middle of the track? He's going to go planting it to the middle. Trying to see where Cyrus is going to go. Cyrus is going to go to the outside. They're both going to break at even level. Cyrus goes off the track there. Samurai Kim's Cyrus on the session off track. But yeah, that is Cyrus braking way too late there from what I saw from Jay Thompson's path. And that looks like it's going to be Jay Thompson. As long as he doesn't mess up the Parabolica now, he's got one more corner and he's not going to mess up. That is going to be a very nice drive from both the top two in the championship and from Jay Horse. That is Jay Thompson, who's going to take the win of this Italian Grand Prix sprint. Cyrus comes in P2, Jay Horse in P3. This is probably one of the most likely podiums we're ever going to see. So yeah, of course the one that is definitely focused on speed will be probably the top three, who are, well, most likely the fastest guys here on the podium. Jimmy Jacks was a very nice P4, not that far off the podium as well, so got to give him some respect with that one. The Adron comes in P5, very nice there from P out on the grid. MXS Rossa keeps the Ferrari Championship charge alive with P6, Henson in P7 as well, keeping Alpine pretty much afloat there, as his teammate is going to join inside the race, so no worries for him there. DRL Mike is in P8, I think, after some contact, so very nice actually from almost last on the grid there. Someone who was last on the grid here, MXS Donald, also climbing up the same amount of positions, so very nicely done. Los Alamos in P10, doing the Williams name, I mean, at least both of them are in the top 10, so very nice there. Happy Sweeney P11, has a P12 off some contact, I'm pretty sure got spanned round. Apex Ryan Club in P13, Go in P14 as it just comes across the line. Now it's Samron Kim's finally crossing the line, so I'm pretty sure he made a pit stop or something like that, so there we go. Very nicely done actually. Driver Degas Cyrus, it could have been any of them top three in my opinion, but yeah, the game decides, so there we go. And yeah, it's probably one of the most diverse podiums we've had here. We've had an Malaysian 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, at one point, and we've got 3 different nations. I don't know why Jay Horse is Spanish. I mean, he's meant to be British, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Jay Horse is, I'm pretty sure he's on British, I don't know. So, yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. There's the results. I mean, I've just read them out already when Govey Gove was crossing the line, so I mean, that's the grid as well. Jay Thompson on pole, and it's probably not the right person who'd would have thought to be on pole, knowing Cyrus' quality pace, but this is a good thing about sprint. We could have some unexpected people in unexpected places that could be very interesting going into this race. And while we wait for that, just going to look at a couple of pictures from Monza background. Is there any rain? That's another thing we've got to watch out for, because the drivers won't know that at all. And we're going to see now. Does not look like there's going to be any rain, I don't think. Sorry about that. Yeah. It's just waiting for everyone to choose their strategies at the moment. And yeah, just waiting for everyone to join. I'll send a couple of people their final invites, because I know a couple of people did say they might be able to make it, might not be able to make it. So we're just going to add them in. I don't think they'll actually be online, so I think unfortunately for them, I don't think they're going to come into this race. Yeah. Unfortunately not, I don't think. I'll just message one of them just in case. I mean, I'd give them all a second actually. Still the formation lap, so we're going to watch tyres in a minute. Someone is online actually, but I'm just waiting for them to actually show up. There's no HUD. There we go. Yeah, he's typing, so just give me 1 second here. If he can just... Yeah, I'm not sure here. Are they online? Are they online? I don't know. Okay, right. Let's see. Nah, I'll still keep checking it throughout this formation of that, but at the moment we're just going to quickly look at the tyres. We're looking like top 8, all on mediums there, and it's a very split strategy from P9 downwards. X McDonald on the softs, Happy's Rooney on the softs, Apex Rowing Club on the softs, and Gobi Govan, all of them choosing for that red rubber. Los Alamos, the only one choosing for the white rim tyres there, actually. In P10, Hazard P12, Samarinkin's P15, and Flash Usher, or in the wrong car here, it's meant to be an LP, but is going to be on the medium tyres as well. I'm not sure they actually had time to change it, but just going to see, are they online at all? Are they online? I don't know if they're going to be able to join in time anyway, but we're just checking. I don't think they will be. I'll give it to the end of this formation lap and I'll just see then. I don't think anything's going to happen now, unfortunately. So I don't think Liam Esk is going to make it, unfortunately. Going to watch one more time. This will be probably the last chance, if not. No, won't be able to get in. Fortunately for them. So unfortunately their Red Bull won't be scoring any points as Jay Thompson and Sarah is playing a little bit of games there. Trying to go side by side, but nothing too much going there. Someone's been disqualified in the section. That's Flash Usher. Not sure what he's done there, but something's happened. Right, now I'm watching these two line up on the grid. The Alfa Romeo on pole, Ferrari alongside on the front row, and the Aston Martin here, not one to be underestimated in this race. I know how quick J-Horse is, we've seen it in previous streams as well, but once again, you can't underestimate these two either. They are both extremely quick drivers and also very consistent. We're just waiting for the last couple of drivers to come across the line, and that is what they're doing. We're going to wait now. We're going to go to the 5 lights. These are the horrible cameras. I'll go from one of Jimmy Jackson P4. We're going to be underway. Who's got the better start between these two? It's going to be Saris who's going to get the jump on Jay Thompson. Jay Thompson trying their best to cover them off, but they cannot do anything. We're going to look at the back of Saris' car, actually, into turn 1. They're going to go side by side into turn 1, actually, but Jay Thompson has to concede the lead there at the moment. There's a lot of contact going on behind there. The other one has been forced off, and I think that's just a bunch of cars just going off completely. A load of illegal overtakes and stuff. This is almost chaos in the back of the field. But at the moment, it's looking like we're all okay. Hopefully, Jimmy Jags there on the extreme inside there, getting past by X McDonald, who I think has made an absolute lightning start. I think they were at least P9. There's some even more contact there. Off into the wall there goes Apex Motoring Club, and that is going to bring out the safety car. Not sure what's happened there, but there definitely was some sort of contact, 100% between some of these guys. Let's have a look. Anyone's front wings. Is anyone's front wing damaged at all? Hazard maybe? Don't think there is. Don't think any of these guys got any front wing damage, but we're just waiting. Just keep waiting. Don't think anyone here actually has got visible damage, so that's unfortunate. But yeah. Sorry about that, so please. Yeah, let's have a look at the positions game actually while we are here. Yeah, as I said, dear old Mike as well, actually having a very nice start there. Pretty electric, up 4 positions, as Vex McDonald on those soft tyres, so both these guys doing very nice there. Dear old Mike was faking their move into the pits there, not too sure why. But yeah, of course, Sarah is ahead of Jay Thompson. Jay Horse retaining that P3, dear old Mike is going, like I said, up 4 as Vex McDonald. Jimmy Dank's down 2 on the medium tyres, but I don't know what the hell happened in that first couple of turns, so I think everyone was able to probably get a chance at that P4 spot. And in the end it was DRL Mike. So, yeah, MXS Barossa losing out to both of these drivers, but only down 1 position into P7. Our Henson as well losing out to a couple of these drivers ahead, but is in P8, only down 1 position. Hazard starting to make the sprint climb up once again. He started P12, remember, and he's up to P9 now. Los Alamos still in P10. Samran Kim's going up P4 from what was last on the grid in the sprint, but was second last in this race. The one who did start last in this race, Shaft Usher, or I call it Shaft Usher because that is his Discord name. He is gone from P16 up to P12, so pretty decent from him, especially because he's had no sort of practice or sprint or feature. Gobi Govan is up 1 from P14 to P13. Habaswini down 3. Probably some sort of contact because he is quite far back from the field. I'm not sure if he boxed or anything. I didn't see. And the ad one is, unfortunately for them, down 10. I think they got caught in the absolute melee of that turn 2, so I know they were definitely forced to track. And unfortunately for them, I mean, they're out on the hard tyres now, and these two did stop, so I'm not sure they got any problem replacements, but the ad one going to the hard tyres is quite bold, I would say. Because I know the hard tyres, I mean, they can last to the end, but if the other wants to try to, then he's well more than welcome to, but I don't know if they're going to last to the end, so we're just going to wait and see what he does, because this AlphaTauri might know something that we don't. He could have some very nice tyre wear, especially because this is under a safety car at the moment. Yeah. Unfortunately, Rybix Motoring Club, that was not any like massive bits of contact that sent him into the water. That is, well, he just DM'd me. Looks like he has just had his wheel break. So yeah. I mean, I think we've got a massive misunderstanding here, because I think some people think that he has done something wrong there. But yeah, that's everyone coming in for a wing change, going back onto his medium to lap 1. Gobi Govan going into the hard tyres. Just give it a second. Making sure he happens so that they might actually remove their fixed foot club and they didn't mean to. Gobi Govan there, probably not paying attention. Yeah, 1 second here. Okay, let me just get this guy back in. 1 second. Pretty sure about this, guys, but I think I might be in his lap. I'm just going to check this real quick. Actually, hold on, is this safety car coming in his lap? It is, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to... Right, okay, really sorry about that, but yeah, a bit of misunderstanding in Discord, but I think we're going to get sorted in a minute. Sarri's here, we're just going to watch this safety car restart. We're going to see when is Sarri's, that Ferrari, the tribute for Monza as well, leading in this home race. Probably the only Ferrari win that Monza will ever get here. Well, it's definitely the only chance at the moment. Really sorry Ferrari fans, but at the moment this is what we're going to get. When is Sarri's going to go? They're going to go now, and it's a very nice time to go because Jay Thompson was caught slightly lacking. Jay Hawes definitely was there, and DRL Mike, they'll both be alongside each other. Will we have a good camera angle going into turn 1? We probably won't. Jimmy Jags, side by side with ex-McDonald there. DRL Mike tried to think of a move there, but Jimmy Jags looking like he almost hits the back of them there. Jimmy Jags somehow getting ahead of ex-McDonald, who goes very wide himself there. He got very low in the exit there, but ex-McDonald I think is the biggest loser of this restart on the soft tyres. Just cannot make anything of it through those whole section of the corners, and unfortunately for him, he is now down to P9. There is some sort of fighting going on here. MX Rossa on the inside of Jimmy Jags. Jimmy Jags has cut the corner there. There's still some contact. Oh, Henson goes through. Very nicely done there. I think Jimmy Jags might have got some sort of legal overtake knowing how this game works, and he drops all the way down to P9. After cutting that corner, and unfortunately for him, that is Hazard getting absolutely, basically taken out there by ex-McDonald. Unfortunately for him, his sprint work from trying to get back up into top 10 has been completely undone. He's now down into P15. Really unfortunately, actually, for him, but that leaves a big gap from P5 downwards, and yeah, looking like these top 4 here at the moment are going to stick with each other. They want a chance at this win unless there's another safety car. So yeah, these 3 at the back, these 2 at the back, sorry. Unfortunately for them, they're going to start working their way back up again. And actually, speaking of working back up, Jay Thompson's trying to work back up the championship lead, and they're going to try and think of a send that they can't do it there. Jay Hawes and DRL Mike trying to wait back behind as well, because they wouldn't mind a win as well. Even if they're reserves, they still wouldn't mind that pretty much a lucid win for one of them, DRL Mike. And for Jay Hawes, I'm pretty sure they've won before, so yep, give that 1 second there for Jay Hawes. He'll know what to do when he's going to try and win. MXS Rossa on the inside of our Henson gets the move done. Goes a bit deep once again like the Jimmy Jags bit, but nothing's going to happen there. There's going to be no sort of switchback, no our Henson going through there either. So MXS Rossa is up to P5 legitimately. These guys are still stuck with each other, but there's no DRS yet still. If we look at the ERS usage, it's looking pretty much the same for everyone besides Jay Thompson. On 76% there, but he's going to save a bit going through Ascari. Looked like they went a little bit slower than they wanted to there, but they're still saving that ERS. Jay Horse goes a little bit wide. They're going to be a little bit under pressure here from DRL Mike, but nothing doing there at the moment. MXS Rossa is just falling away from these guys as well, by the way. 4 seconds now the gap, and it's only the end of lap 5. So these guys are going to really stretch their legs. They really want to try and go for a win, and also, basically what they're doing now, creating almost a pit stop gap between these guys at the back. DRL Mike is going to try and think of a move, possibly on the inside of Jay Horse, but backs out of that really quickly because he knows he can't go from that far back. Yeah, looking like MXS Rossa and our heads are fighting once again. Both of them side by side from turn 2. And it's looking like Anderson gets completely through there. MXS Rossa struggling to find the traction. Jimmy Jags might be trying to lurk here, trying to wait for any sort of move. Sahara's just pulled away a little bit from Jay Thompson as well, so there might have been some sort of mistake there from the Alpha Man, and I think he might have done one again, because Jay was backed off a little bit there. Sahara is about to be out of DRS range, and that is spelling bad news for these three, and it looks like they are. None of them are going to get towed by Sahara's anymore. It's going to have to be relied on pure pace now for any of them to catch, and that is going to be a very tall order. However, Sahara's has used a lot of their ERS. These guys behind have not. So it's looking pretty decent for some of them, others not so much, but someone it might look really decent for here was MXS Rossa, thinking about a move there to the inside of our Henson, but could not do anything there. Jimmy Jags still staying ahead of X McDonald on soft tyres, and is actually close to these guys as well, our Henson and MXS Rossa, so he can have a chance of that P5, because these guys, I mean, they've got a lot more ERS than him, but he's still got a DRS. It's not really looking like the guys behind are a massive threat at the moment. Jay Horse, though, is a massive threat to Jay Thompson as he goes sailing by, as Jay Thompson does not have that DRS and Jay Horse does, and he is up into P2. MXS Rossa back past the heads. Jimmy Jags thinking about a move there, but backed off into turn 1. That was a... what the hell was that? Okay. Okay, right on. So Shaffer's been disqualified. I have got absolutely no clue what's happened there. All I've seen is some open lobby type moves there. I am so surprised it's not caused any sort of safety car. Has our Henson got any damage from that? I mean, from his visible car, it doesn't look it, but I'll be absolutely stunned if he doesn't have any sort of bodywork damage. That looked a bit mental there. MXS Rossa as well now spinning, so everything's going weird in this race now. I'm just trying to analyse that turn 1. I don't know what's just happened, but that was ridiculous. His turn 1, that really looks some open lobby stuff right there, so we're just going to have to wait and see on that one. There's going to be some sort of board coming out for that one. Gova now actually in the back of MXS Rossa, who I don't know if it's got damage, but it does look like half their front left of their car is hanging off. Yeah, no actually, the shadows do look it. Shadows look like it was something else. Jay Thompson now does have that DRS, there's a yellow flag as well, he had one, has now spun out as well. DRL Mike was thinking about a move there into turn 1, Jay Thompson stays ahead. I'm just trying to cover all angles here because this is absolutely mental. X McDonald on the inside of Jimmy Jags here, both going side by side into turn 1. Oh, there can be any sort of contact there. X McDonald, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but he's going to stay behind, as I think that was the, Williams Los Alamos getting past there on the hard tyres. So Los Alamos, despite being quite a far way away from P4, they're not looking too bad here on this strategy. Isn't there any sort of move here for these guys at the back? X McDonald on the inside of Jimmy Jags, but there is going to be no move happening for the AlphaTauri man as he sticks behind in P7. Jay Thompson as well now is going to be the one to maybe try and think of a move on to J-Horse here. As Suarez is not really pulling away out of the DRS window because on Monza, as long as you can nail some of the corners, then you are completely good to go. And J-Horse is starting to realise this is where Suarez can be a bit vulnerable, and this is where the pack now is going to close back into that DRS window, and it's going to start being another four-way fight for the lead. Suarez is now not as safe as he might have thought, and we're going to now see these four all on the same tyres, all battling with different ERS levels, but they're all fighting for that win. And the first overtake here might start coming here. J-Horse goes a bit defensive. Jay Thompson lifts off, making sure he doesn't get a braking wrong to turn one, and he doesn't exactly. J-Horse goes a bit deep. He might figure there's some sort of switch back here as he drifts wide. This could be a good chance as Suarez might try and escape from DRS range again, and it looks like he's trying to. And that is Jimmy Jags completely in the wall. No front wing, virtual safety car. But I think a bit more crucially actually, because one of the no-line users breaking all those boards there. I don't know what's happened, but X-McDonald has got past him. So I'm going to assume X-McDonald might have had some sort of coming together with him as well down that straight. So Jimmy Jags, fortunately for him, after that great sprint race and pretty good couple laps there into the pretty good third of this race actually, is now going to have to box, and hopefully with him the safety car does stay out for a little longer. I think while I do this, we're going to try and get this guy back in. Jimmy Jags I actually give up. I think something must have happened to him while he was there. Okay, give it a second. Oh, hold on, we're already back. Okay, right, who has got penalties for speeding? Hafiz Rooney, Cameron Gibbs, and Alex McDonald, all of them now have got drive-through penalties for their worries now, so they're going to have to hit again. If it's really quickly try and get this guy unbanned. Hold on. I'm ready to try and go quickly here. Yellow flag next to one. Logan's going very slowly now. I think he might have had some sort of damage, I don't know. Jay Thompson might be thinking of a move here on J-Horse. The straight line speed is looking pretty nice for that Alfa Romeo, but it's going to lift off a little bit. We saw him like input a bit less throttle there, but look at them all. They're all like snakes now, trailing each other only just, but can't get ahead of each other at the moment. All about 5-6 tenths back. Cameron Kinslin, Jimmy Jags also in. Hazard gets ahead up into P7. Hafiz really is missed the pit board. It's a bit embarrassing moment for him, unfortunately. But yeah, sorry Hafiz, if you're going to watch the stream back. Didn't mean to do that, but there you go. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Right. I'm really sorry. That's just let me laugh a bit there. J-Horse is trying to catch onto the back of Suarez. And Suarez didn't look like had the best line through there, and it definitely shows that the exit was not as good as they would have liked. And they're the only one here without DRS. J-Horse is the one with more ERS, and at the moment it is looking like Gummy Gomez will one retire from the session. That is in the pit lane. Is that on the pit board? Or the pit entry, sorry? No, it's not. Okay, right. So J-Horse can't get his move done while in that yellow flag zone, which might restrict him a little bit. Neither can anyone else. Jay Thompson's thinking about it there, but you can't do anything there at the moment. And that goes the same for everyone else who wants to try and make a move on the straight. Is anyone going to do it? That was J-Horse to the inside there and almost clipping Suarez round, but cannot do it there. Jay Thompson, yeah, looking like he is trying to get past J-Horse as well. Now there's McDonald coming to the pit lane as well. We can actually see what tyres X McDonald go on to. Was that another set of softs? Oh no, he's selling a drive-through. Never mind. I thought he was going to come in for a pit stop. So sorry about that. Hasn't he had one of fighting as well? I think he had one just cut the chicane actually. So probably went way too deep into the braking zone there. J-Horse, might actually might not have DRS, but no, he does. He's trying to push back into it. But I think he's got a little less straight line speed than these guys because he is not pulling into that DRS range as much now. But Mike is still trying to hang on in there, cutting the corner a little bit there too much, having a bit of a wiggle as well. He might not be in DRS range by the end of this 4-car battle might become free now. He's absolutely draining that ERS button, but no, he's going to stay in the DRS. And hopefully for him, these guys are going to start fighting, and it looks like they will. They're getting very close to each other now, and we're going to have to wait and see what is going to happen with them all. So we're going to see now what is going to happen into this first turn. J-Horse is gaining, trying to defend J Thompson as well, going to that inside line. J-Horse was missing the apex a little bit there, but is getting some very nice rotation. Goes to the first gear there, but the person who he's got to worry about now is J Thompson right at the back of him. He gets a bit of traction, but yeah, he's getting very close to getting past here at this point, so he's going to be very careful of what he does. So we're just going to have to wait and see as Amicus Ross getting past Hazard as he comes in. So give me a very quick second here. 1 second, guys. Okay, really sorry about that, guys, but I'm just invite one of the guys back into the lead now, and as I come back, I see this beautiful sight for the lead. 4 cars separated by just about a second here, and the one who is going for the lead of the race here will be J-Horse. He's got so much more ERS, but he's not going to do it. As both of these guys come into the pits, it looks like J Thompson was almost going to start speeding into that pit lane there, but this could be, it might actually be pretty tight here on the pit stops. If one just accidentally doesn't turn in as well, then they could be jumped, and it might be the case here. That almost was going to be Cyaris getting past there by J Thompson, but nothing doing there for now. We're just going to see these two come out the pit lane, because these two are going to be ones fighting. J Thompson will start the DRS actually when they come out of this bit, but it's not going to be for too long. Yeah, it doesn't use it, of course. Basically no chance to use it anyway. But let's just see here, both on the hard tyres, which I guess makes sense. Monza is a high tyre wear track, especially running low wings on this game. I mean, in real life it's actually not that high tyre wear, but yeah, in the game with some lower wings, your tyre wear levels go absolutely skyrocketing in this game. So we're just going to have to wait for these guys to see what they do. Will they come in this lap, or will they leave it for the soft tyres? Diron Mike looking like he probably wants to here. He's going wide quite a few places here. Just going to now see, and these guys, what are they going to do? Will one of them stay out for another more lap trying to get that DRS? Will Diron Mike do that? Let's see. J-Horse faking a move to the pits. Diron Mike comes in, whether he liked it or not. So we're going to see where he comes out in relation to Cyaris and J Thompson, who have had a lap on those pressure tyres. And we're going to see now where will they get out really compared to DRL Mike. I'm going to presume that DRL Mike will probably not be ahead of them, but we're just going to see Cyaris here going to come across the line almost. Yeah, look at them two go side by side. There's DRL Mike is trying to make a free wide, but he can't do it. J Thompson goes ahead of Cyaris. DRL Mike is not that far behind actually, on 1 lap pressure tyres, and considering how close these guys have been the whole race, that's very crucial now. So DRL Mike has got to make those gains early while J Thompson Cyaris starts squabbling. There's a yellow flag turn 1. That looks like, I don't know, I think it was these two. You had one, Amicus and Rossa, probably having a bit of a fight there, and it just probably didn't end well. Cyaris on the back of J Thompson might even be held up now by this point, but that is exactly what J Thompson wants, trying to get the pressure on Cyaris here. Trying to make them push into some sort of mistake. J-Horse still leads the way then on those medium tyres, so he might be going for the soft tyres by this way, so he's going to do more laps on those mediums. So we're going to just see now, because I think Cyaris is going to make a move, but I'm just going to make sure they don't, and they don't. Okay, right, J-Horse still going out, so he is going to be the one to keep going onto those softs. DRL Mike, once again as well, trying to get into that DRS window. He used up a lot of his ERS. Is he going to do it? Cyaris knows they've got to try and pull away, but they can't do it enough. DRL Mike is back in this fight. However, they've got to save a bit of ERS while these two fight ahead. This will be the best time to do it. Amicus Ross gets past the ad one, but these two will probably swap positions again here. Doesn't matter with the ERS usage. The DRS usage is just enough there to have Cyaris absolutely blast past J Thompson there and back into the net lead of this race. However, DRL Mike there is still clinging onto the back of them, only just, but he's still there. The ad one Amicus Ross is still going at it here, and the ad one going defensive into that first turn, so probably something definitely would have happened to them when there was yellow flags turn 1 and 2. Yeah, maybe a bit of a Get back to just trying to really defend for their spot there, but no. Not looking like there's any sort of contact at the moment. Los Alamos still on those hard tyres that they put on that safety car, the first one actually, the only one we've had in this race so far. MXS Rosso still on the back of the ad one, but when it's all kind of calming down a little bit as these guys try and settle in now. They'll be far behind each other, but I don't know if they'll be far enough back to make a move. Jay Thompson was setting past his purple Spectre there. DRL Mike was going to exchange it for him as well, but I think the one I'm interested in here is Dahles. When will he pit onto those soft tyres? MXS Rosso gets past the ad one, going into the Sky chicane, comes out with no contact there for good thing for them. And yeah, my throat is going as well, so apologies if I don't sound as loud or as energetic. My throat is dying over here. Los Alamos comes into the pits, so they can't do anything. So RS as fast as that, which is quickly replaced by DRL Mike, who is still on the back of these guys. Jay Thompson thinking about a fake move there. Into turn one. Will Cyrus lock up? No lock up for the Ferrari man. And now we can see the pure gap between these two and see how much it comes down. Yellow flag sector 2, that is Sharon Kim's, who I don't know what's happened there, probably some sort of spin. But yeah, Los Alamos gets ahead of MXS Rosso, who also pits, which is a pretty crucial battle between him and the ad one. Our Henson gets up into P7, but will definitely pit on those tyres. 8 laps from start, so it's going to be very risky. Hazard sending it down the inside turn one. There's going to be almost contact there. Probably was a bit of contact actually. Between that Alfa Romeo and the Alpine. I'm going to watch this quickly off-board cam here. There's the two drivers ahead who are in DRS range as Ferraris. They just kind of squabble it out. I'm just going to watch these two. This is going to be a bit of an interesting fight here. We've worn softs versus way less worn hards, but we're just going to see. Not really looking like there's any sort of gains here, so we're just going to cut to these guys once again. Sharon Kim's with tyres on the session. That's in the pit lane, never mind. Okay. Jay Thompson is now trying to succumb to the pressure a little bit here of DRL Mike as Cyrus uses all that ERS. So Jay Thompson has to be wary now. If he gets past here, it's going to be very unlikely to be able to get that back. There's no more yellow flag anymore. Cyrus trying to break that gap. Can't do it at the moment. Will DRL Mike go for a send? No, he won't. Jay Thompson won't lock up either. So both of them are not showing any massive signs of cracking under pressure at the moment. But at the moment, Cyrus is showing a lot of pace with that ERS. Jay Thompson knows that, so he's trying to save it, but trying to keep in that gap, and they just can't do it at the moment. Cyrus down to single figures, using their fastest first sector there, for them at least. It's definitely their personal best. Not actual overall fastest, but the ad one actually here comes and puts on the stop, so I don't know why they're being held up a lot there, but no. Hazard on the inside by Henson once again. Hazard trying to go for a switchback, but just cannot get the power down on those hard tyres. The stop still has some sort of grip, but they cannot do anything there. Jay Thompson's out DRS Cyrus, but does have that ERS still. However, these two have to start working together if they want to catch the man ahead. And at the moment, it's not looking like it. It's looking like Jay Thompson is definitely using all that ERS. Jay Horse gets a 5-second penalty, so that tyre advantage of going onto the soft tyres is going to help him, but it's not going to help him enough secure a win of any sort. I mean, as long as that 5-second penalty stays, unless it's going to be some sort of safety car, but someone who's going to make a move here at the moment is DRL Mike. Going to the outside, Jay Thompson left defenceless, and he is up into second place. Very nice drive, actually, from the Mercedes man. Jay Thompson still keeps that nose in, but can't do anything there. But now he's up to DRL Mike, who at times did kind of look the slowest of these four, as he did keep occasionally falling out of DRS range, but is now going to be the one to try and catch into the DRS range. But not a third place, but it's going to be off the lead of the race now with that Ferrari head. Looking like both of them locked up a little bit there. Hazard getting past our Henson now as our Henson comes into the pits on the soft tyres, and if they can only do 10 laps on those tyres, then that's very worrying for someone like Jay was at the moment. That is a yellow flag, not sure what's happened, but it's not only the top three for what I'm seeing. But something that is interesting here, Jay Horse, even with that 5-second penalty, look at where he's come out. He's only about 5 seconds behind, so he can still be a massive threat in this race, because even if he doesn't get the win, he can overtake all these guys and hold them up, and then maybe one of these guys can come in and swoop the win from them. But we're going to be back to these type of fights. So MXS Rosso and the ad one, both of these guys have been fighting all Monza GP at the moment, and they are still not letting off at the moment. They're trying to catch Jimmy Jacks here as well on the harder tyres. And I wanted to say here, Jimmy Jang's actually done a pretty decent recovery so far. After having no front wing, from quite funnily the ARRLs there. And sorry, as I say that, I have to cut back here because Jay Thompson just got past DRL Mike, but this is not helping them at all, as they're just losing more time to Cyrus. This is not what they need, but they're going to do it anyway, and it's just not what they want. They both want a win, I'm pretty sure, but they're not making it easy on either of them, and they're both just struggling out there, because one wants that win, desperately trying to take championship lead, one wants to win purely for pride, but the problem is, they're both just fighting over each other too much, so they're letting the one who's won probably the most Grand Prix this season get away, and it's just hurting their race completely. They might have more ERS, but what's the matter? They're almost a second back from the second they need, and they're trying to defend again, and they just can't afford having this happen, and that is definitely not what they can't afford happening, almost completely getting spun round. Dero Mike was there, and probably maybe even Jay Thompson, with that slight tap at the back there, but Dero Mike would probably be the one here to get this move done. Taking a slightly wider line as Jay Thompson Parabolica, cutting a bit to the inside, he's gaining a bit of time already, and you can already tell this is going to be the move done for Dero Mike. Here we go to the inside, onto lap 20 here is Jay Thompson's fastest lap. This is going to be probably the threat that we're going to have to wait and see for, because this can shake up the podium here and actually see if, or maybe if Cyrus makes a mistake at all, then there could be some very interesting fights going on here. MX Rossa and the Ad1 fighting once again. MX Rossa does get ahead this time, but the Ad1 is going to be looking at the back of that Ferrari, and look at that ERS difference, 5% to 32. We can already tell what's going to happen going down the straight, especially because the Ad1's got DRS. As long as they don't have any sorts of crashes here, then they have got it. And actually, while I mentioned that, they both went past Jimmy Jags. I kind of forgot to mention that. I don't think I saw it while I was watching other people fight. But yeah, the Ad1, they're streaming past MX Rossa on the one lap pressure tyres and the more ERS and DRS. MX Rossa still trying to keep it side by side there. I hence take fast lap, but unfortunately for him it's down in P11 and used probably all that ERS as well. So it's likely that no one's going to take that from him unless someone boxes in the last couple of laps, which might happen, I don't know. But yeah, this is probably staying as the fastest lap unless someone does box. Dero Mike is still under threat from Jay Thompson, but one thing I do want to say here is that he's closing the gap to Cyrus, and Jay Thompson's being towed along with him again, and Jay Horse is on with the fresher tyres here, and it's just closing the gap even more. So we can have a load of people closing the gap at the moment. This yellow flag, MX Rossa retires from the session, big crash there, and what this gives a chance for, as it's now a safety car, this is not only giving a chance for everyone to catch up, but everyone to switch some tyres on and get rid of penalties. And that is so crucial for someone like Jay Horse, because they're now back into this race. And a late safety car is exactly what we need here. We saw how breathtaking the sprint was when we had 14 in here. We're going to only have 11 this time, but I bet you it's just going to be just as exciting as we're going to see probably everyone fit a fresh set of soft tyres on. Los Alamos already has done the same, as what I've just said. Hazard coming into the pits. The Ad1 getting that penalty. However, they can still get it removed. Unfortunately for them, they're going to have to make a pit stop. So yeah, the Ad1 can get removed, but they're going to have to box again. So the advantage for that, they're getting lap pressure tyres, but disadvantages, of course, well, they got to pit again. So yeah, unfortunately for them, they're going to pit. I had some going on to fresh set of softs as well. Thought he was going to go on to fresh used set of softs there, but nope. The only one who has to, I think, Hafiz Rooney, to avoid getting lapped here, Hafiz Rooney should be continuing on and then boxing one lap later. Just make sure he doesn't get lapped. Will he do that? I don't know. So Ares, DRL Mike and Jay Thompson all come into the pits. No need to worry about speeding. Rossa leaves the session there, actually. To invite him back when I realised he did just crash. Let's see if there are any changes in the pit lane. Looking like no one's going to hold each other up, so just making sure. Suarez, DRL Mike, Jay Thompson, Jay Hawes. Yeah, that is everyone. Hafiz really does go into the pits, so unfortunately for them, they're going to be lapped in this race. Jay Hawes serving that 5-second penalty, so still good for them. But look at this. Everyone's going to be on fresh softs now. Every single person. This is like qualifying laps now to the end of this race. Jay Hawes coming out of the pit lane, and good for him, still far ahead of Los Alamos, so there we go. And Hazard, by the way, is doing very well, actually, because he's back up to P6, even after the spin, just after the first safety car. But yeah, just having to wait for everyone to come here. Everyone's on 100% ERS, or will be on 100% ERS by the end of this, so we're just going to give it a little wait. I mean, I'm not going to go... Do I look at everyone's numbers again? Do I try that? We did it at Spa last time. We might do it again. We're going to try and do it again. Let's go. Okay, right, Sayara is number 43. We've got Dear on Mike number 3? Is that? Looks like number 3. Might be wrong. But we're just going to try and move on there. Jay Thompson, I think he's 74 last time. I'm pretty sure anyway. If they could give me a better camera angle than this, that'd be beautiful. Yeah, once it's Sayara is confirming that number 43, sorry. Jay Thompson does have 74 on the back of his car, or on the front of his car as well. Dear Mike, what do you have? You have the number 3. Huh, I thought that would be completely off, because considering Ricardo's out in the game. But no, Jay Hall's 58 there. That's not Henson, that is... I keep saying Henson because it's a Williams. I keep seeing other leagues as a Williams, so I'm really sorry about that. That looks like a number 6 there. So, Nicholas TV Regen. That is bloody hell, I can't see that one. It looks like... I don't know what it actually looks like, to be honest. We're going to see here. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. I can't see. 42 for Hazard. That is 25 or 24 for Jimmy. Right there. And that's 25. Yeah, it looks like 25. Okay, X McDonald. Is that 20? It can't be 22, can it? No, 22's Sonoda's number. I'm not sure who that is. I have to wait for him to catch up to the safety car. Let's just try and see if we can see our Henson's. That is 39. That one's quite obvious there on the Alpine car. Let's see now. X McDonald. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing 22, or is that 99? Oh, I can see it on the front. It's 99. Oh my god. Yeah, I can see that one's 39. 15 for the other one, actually. I should be doing that with all the AlphaTauri cars, because I know it's on the Halo. I just don't know why I didn't do it. Right, then we've got to look at now is Hafiz Rooney. I don't know, that one's going to be a tough one. We're going to see now as he probably comes through Lesmo 1. We're going to see him 39, I want to say. I couldn't really see the front of his car. Bloody hell. I don't know. I really don't know there. Can we give me a slightly better camera? Here we go. It looks like 30 actually. I think that's 30. Might be wrong, but pretty sure it's 30. So, yeah, all that confusion with the numbers and flags and stuff like that are all gone. Yeah, it's 30. Okay, we're all good. Okay, safety cars in this lap. One more thing that's actually very nice to note on is that Epic Swimming Club is back in the server after unfortunately being bad, but you know, the admin who did ban Emma Henson is apologising, so very nice to see. Still all okay. But yeah, there we go. But something we've also got to wait for to go with is the safety car restart. Everyone is raring to go on these soft tyres with that ERS as well. We're going to wait and see when will they go. We're just going to wait. They're almost nose to tail here, and they're just trying their best. Next to Donald there actually trying to get past Jimmy Jags, but can't do it on the safety car restart. But speaking of the safety car restart, Sarah's got almost perfect one. And J Horse is left wondering here because of what's Hafiz Rooney there, basically being forced to react when they do, and that's also probably screwed up these guys in the mid-pack. But someone who is under threat here a little bit, arguable basically top 3, yellow flag in sector 1 already, but don't think anything's happening here at the moment. Well, there wasn't until that bit of contact between X McDonald and our Henson. But you know, nothing else is happening at the moment. It's a pretty tame restart when you think about it. Besides 2 AlphaTauris here as well, also trying to go side by side. Hopefully for them they don't make any contact. You're going to see how any of them try and make a move into... Oh my god, I was going to say into the exit cover Grande, but no, nothing there. And yeah, we're just going to see here, Sayara is drifting through Lesmo 2 there at the moment. But no, still ahead and using less ERS than what DRL Mike is. Remember, DRS can be enabled with only about 2 laps to go. And what I was saying about those fastest laps as well, yeah, no, they're definitely getting broken. 100%. The other one gets past ex-McDonald there. But something that's really not good for the likes of Jay Thompson is he's out of DRS range already. It's only been 1 lap. I guess that is good when you think about the ERS levels, but someone who's got the best ERS levels at the moment is ARL. They've got a better one than DRL Mike, who has set the fastest lap to be fair, and this might actually stand, unless someone once again boxes for that fastest lap, but no one's going to do it this late into the race now, especially with most of the ERS already being used up. The only way I can see it probably being beaten with some DRS help, but that is going to be still very unlikely with all that stuff. But yeah, Epic Smoke are also giving us well, a very nice and heartwarming message. So I've got to be really sorry for him, but 100% not on him if his wheel is broken. So yeah, thank you, mate, if you are watching this. You really have to do that, but thank you so much for that message. The ad one there, actually, sorry, gets past Henson. While we look at it, yeah, there's not really looking like there's going to be many more changes in the rest of this, which is quite unfortunate because we're going to have DRS available, but I just don't think DRL Mike is going to have the pace to keep it down 1 second. That sky looked a little bit choppy. Saris is still not using ERS though at the moment, but is still there. They're all in DRS range now actually, but DRS has not been activated. Jay Thompson clipped the grass a little bit there. Very happy for him, he didn't go absolutely spearing off into Parabolica's wall, but no, this didn't happen. That's called Alboreto curb now, and I don't really agree with that. I just call it Parabolica because I think that just makes a lot more sense. So that's just me, but it is called Alboreto curb, named after one of the actual Ferrari drivers, Kelly Alboreto. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's really a fitting name for the corner in my opinion. I think Parabolica, I'm just too used to it. But yeah, we're just going to see, I think probably one of the only fights we're going to see now for the rest of this race, unless Jay Thompson can keep within that DRS range. Yeah, it's probably these couple guys here, the Williams, the AlphaTauri and the Alpine here. Actually, and the other AlphaTauri here, we're an AlphaTauri sandwich almost, but Jimmy Jags at the moment is the one stopping the AlphaTauri sandwich. An AlphaTauri sandwich for the Alpine over Henson, and Jimmy Jags did have a bit of a snap there. Both the AlphaTauris going to think of making moves, so Jimmy Jags to the inside, but he's powerless against the straight line speed. Ex-McDonald stays ahead of, stays behind, sorry, of Henson. Looking like a wiggle left for Jimmy Jags as he got way on the curb there. That's a wiggle for the car behind of Ex-McDonald, but Jimmy Jags is now passed by R. Henson. He's going to get a bit of a tow here going down this straight to defend from that AlphaTauri, but someone who is going to need all the straight line speed in the world to try and defend is DRL Mike. Goes once moving, tries to go back as close as he can. He can't defend from the Alfa Romeo Jay Thompson, and he moves up into a very crucial second place to keep the championship as close as possible. And Jay Thompson, after winning the sprint, I'm pretty sure is going to be very happy with this P2, especially because Ferrari is still looking like the pretty much dominant force there. Hansen going completely wide out of turn 1 and cutting that corner, so I'm not sure what's happened there, but definitely some sort of contact, most likely, or at least probably some very dodgy brakes by the end of it. Los Santos will be trying to push for the fastest lap now, maybe, considering they've got a lot of ERS still left, I don't know. But yeah, oh my god, those two, Jimmy Jags and Ex-McDonald there, going very wayward in the exit of the chicane there. Yeah, both of them going for the Lesmos here. There could be a sort of move coming up here. He has one on the outside of Hazard. Is Hazard going to fall for that? We can't really defend from it, so unfortunately for him, he is going to so-called fall for it. DRL Mike is trying to stop Jay Thompson from taking the P2 that he really wants. Sayares, I'm going to watch him quickly cross the line. Jay Thompson is side by side and he's going to get ahead. Sayares wins. The Ferrari in Monza takes the win. The Ferrari engine of Jay Thompson comes in P2. DRL Mike in P3 after only just missing out on that P2 with Jay Thompson. Ex-McDonald retiring the session there. Parabolica, I'm not too sure why. Jay Horton P4, Los Alamos P5, the Ad1 P6, Hazard P7, Henson P8, Jimmy Jags P9. Ex-McDonald would have ran off the grid, and actually, no, does run off the top 10, sorry. And having swinging unfortunately for him, did get lapped under that safety car. But yeah, there we go. Um, bit mental there. I'm really not too sure what happened. Didn't look the cleanest out there, but here we go. Hazard getting driver of the day. But no, that was still very enjoyable, I think. I think besides a couple, there's only going to be a couple words after that race. We're seeing Sarah's, I don't know what that is. I'll be honest, I don't know what type of podium celebration that is, but interesting. But we're just going to see what happens here in terms of the championship. But I'm going to say that Suarez takes it by about a couple of points because the sprint race points aren't too much of a difference. I think Suarez will lead about by 4 or 5 points, I'm going to say. But here we go. We're just going to look at the overall race results, actually. While we're here, just going to make sure we look at both of them. Just making sure. There we go. And there we go. So yeah, we're just going to look at the overall race results here. Oh no, yeah, the overall weekend results, sorry, not the overall race results. But yeah, Suarez scores the most points. Jay Thompson with the second most points. Jay was in third, even after only getting a P4 in the race. DRL Mike doing very nicely actually there to get out a P4 in terms of overall points. The other one P5, Los Alamos P6, Jimmy Jags P7, Henson P8, Hazard P9, and Exos Ross rounding out top 10 in terms of points. Exos Donald P11, and then the non-scorers of Hafiz Swimney, Cameron Kims, Govey Govan, Epic Motor Club, and Shaf Usher there in the final, well, should be Alpine, but Red Bull spot. And yeah, that was actually a pretty enjoyable Monza race. And for once, stewards might actually be able to get some reports done. So that's going to be very interesting to see what is going to be coming out there in terms of the reports. And if you're looking for a stream next week, unfortunately we're not going to have one, as we're going to be on a week break for the final 4 rounds, which are going to be starting up once again, I think on September 17th, if I'm correct. Oh, no, 18th, sorry. And we're going to be racing on the new Singapore layout, and then the Qatar, which is going to be 2 new tracks, technically, on this game. Singapore, technically a new layout. Qatar, right after that, with a complete new track on this game. Then we go to Abu Dhabi and Brazil, the finale. And we are shaping up for a very nice final 4 races in terms of the championship, in terms of drivers and constructors. And even with the charge from Suarez there, we're going to try and see Jay Thompson, see if he can hold on to that P2 and possibly for him even go for that P1 spot. But yeah, other than that, I thank you all for watching. If people are still here and people are still interested in the streams, still thank you for your support as well. But yeah, other than that, thank you all very much and goodbye.